Right, I've loosened all the bolts. Come and have a look. It's like a cover that hides all the good stuff. Don't lose the bolts. Right, here's all the spark plugs down there. Great big long leads. Don't pull the wires. Get a grip on the large. God, yeah, that's tight. Get a grip on the main part of the lead. 2, 3, 4. They're all different lengths, so you shouldn't be able to get them back on in the wrong position. God, it's cooking me. The engine's still hot. Right, come and have a look down here. Now, where all the spark plugs are, it's a trap for dirt. So when you take the plugs out, make sure there's no dirt around there. If there is, get the hoover out. Get rid of it all, because if it goes down into your cylinders, depending on what goes down there, it'll be big problems, because you might have to take the cylinder head off to get it off, to get the dirt out. Right, spark plug socket. We'll just change one on tape. See what to look for. Right, there's no dirt down our one. It's been running well, it's the right colour, slight grey. A little bit of soot around the outer area of the plug, but that's a good one on the whole. When you put your new plugs in, let's just grab one. Most of them are, when you do things in the real world, as in a garage. Can't remember the last time I gapped a spark plug unless I could see it's been dropped in the box like that, bang, and then the J electrode will be touching the metal tip. But otherwise, compare the new gap to the old gap. Should be about 40 thou on this, I think. 35. Yeah. Okay, that's it. If you want to put a bit of copper grease around the thread, it may help in the future on your next service when it comes to taking the plug out. I haven't got any handy, so another good use for these tools that have got a little bit of rubber in them. You can drop the spark plug in and it won't fall out. Right, so just in case there's any dirt around the edge, you want to get the plug directly back into the hole and always start them by hand. It's a steel plug going into an aluminium cylinder head, and it will be a prime example of, or prime target for stripping the thread. Tightening them up, have a look. It's a sort of a nip, relatively stiff nip. That's that. And then you just put your, grab your plug lead, line it up. If you want to put a bit of a little squirt of WD-40 down the end so it slides on easier, you can. And you just push it back on nice and hard until it clicks. Get a good jiggle, make sure it's on. And that's it, times 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 plugs. It's double overhead cam, the Zetec engine. And then you just put your black cover back on the top. That's the spark plugs done. So I'll finish the rest of them off, and we'll move on to the next bit. Back in a sec. Right, plugs are all back in, leads are back on. Can you have a look? As I said, they're all different lengths, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and go in the right place. Right, the 1, 2, 3, 4. Leads are all numbered because they're genuine ones. Okay, stick the cover back on. Don't drop your bolts, don't lose your bolts. All 6 of them back in. Right, okay, that's that. So just nip them up gently with socket and ratchet. They're only 8mm, so don't over tighten them. Don't need to tighten them up on film because we've got lots to get through. Right, air filter next. It's the air filter casing. There's the new air filter. Looks looks roughly right. So we'll do it the easy way. Takes a few minutes longer. Undo the hose clamp. I've already loosened them all, but there's 4 bolts. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Make sure you don't drop them, they can all stay in the casing, just make sure they're well loose. Okay, take the little sensor out there. Be careful of that, don't get any dirt on it. Touch it. Right, okay. My screwdrivers have popped the intake pipe off. Like that. And then there's another plug here. It's got a little push clip on it. And then you can jiggle that out without any aggravation. Here's the plug. It comes off the bottom. You need to have a look at. You push that little plate in with your thumb. It's quite difficult to get to because it's down there. Get your thumb on that, push that in, and then with the screwdriver, put it on the plug and just apply the pressure to slide it off. So it comes off of this bit here. A little clip. Right, okay, that's that in detail. Let's grab the old air filter out. Offer it up to the new one. Looks good. It's slightly bigger, but should squeeze in the hole. Make sure you haven't got excessive muck in there. There's a little bit in there, but not too much. Slide the new filter in. Make sure the sponge sits around the edge properly, but not overhanging, because you need to get the cover back on. Slide the cover back in through that way. And don't screw it back down. Do it in the order that you took it apart in. So we want that plug on first because that's the most difficult. Okay, that's on. Get out the way. Get that on. Lovely. Make sure you haven't got any splits in that, because this model's got lots of airflow sensors and all sorts. 2. Make sure it all lines up properly and the screws go in. It's all good. And pop the little sensor in. It's just a 1/4 of a turn. You can see the shape in there. In like so. Turn to the right. That's that. So I nip them 4 screws back up, do that hose clip back up, that's the air filter done. So I'll get that done. God, my engine's still up. Back in a second.